In this segment, I'm going to talk about hotkeys, and I'll just review some of my favorite hotkeys. Now, basically, hotkeys are keystrokes that you make on the keyboard which will create or perform some sort of a function. For example, if I type Z on my keyboard right now, it zooms in. Z, Z, Z. If I type Shift and Z, it zooms out. And those are hotkeys. Now, you can often find hotkeys if you just look under the file drop-down menus. Whenever there's a hotkey, it'll be shown here. So open, Control-O. Save, Control-S. Print, Control-P. Okay. Under the Edit drop-down menu, this is one of my favorites. Select All, Control-A. So I type that. If I click on that on the menu, it happens. Everything becomes selected. See, I'll turn my visualizer off and just show you. If I type Control on my keyboard, Control-A, everything gets selected. Then I could quickly resize it or get the properties. So those are hotkeys. Reshape is H. So for example, if you select an object and you would like to reshape it, type H on the keyboard and it automatically switches to the reshape option. So there's lots and lots of different hotkeys. Now, I don't suggest that hotkeys are the most important thing to learn when you first learn about your software. However, the more you use the software, the more the hotkeys become almost like second nature. And it makes your work a little bit faster and a little bit more fluid, because instead of always having to come up and hit the zoom button up here, if I know that if I just type Z on my keyboard, it does the same thing, I don't always have to reach for the buttons. And if I know that View Magnify Area is really B, and B means draw a box, or just simply type B on your keyboard and draw a box. Or type 0 on my keyboard to fill my screen, or type 1 on my keyboard for actual size. So those are what are known as hotkeys, and you'll find them throughout all the drop-down menus. So Display Stitches is simply S, and Display Visualizer is T. So for example, S hides the stitches. Type S again, shows them again. T puts the visualizer on. Type T again, turns the visualizer off. And you've got Display Images is D. So if there's an image on your screen, you can quickly hide it. Display Needlepoints, period. Measuring Tape, M. So those are all hotkeys. And you can actually find, if you look under your Help menu, in your on-screen manual, you'll find that you have a PDF copy that opens up, and I've got mine set to the Appendix A, page 285, the quick reference. And the first thing it does is it just goes through and gives you a description of all the tools on your screen. But if I scroll down past those tools to, I guess it's going to be page 291 of the on-screen manual, here are all of the keyboard shortcuts for the program. So you can go through all the general functions, and there's a whole other page of different keyboard shortcuts that you can learn about. So like I said, they're not the most important thing to focus on in the beginning, but over time you'll just find that it's just simply easier to type Z keyboard than it is to always have to reach for the zoom in button. So whatever way you choose to access things like Select All or Zoom In is fine, but I thought I would include a little menu or a little topic and video about how to use the shortcut keys and how to find them.